During this lockdown, it has taught us a good lesson. We have updated ourselves. Children from wherever they are, they were able to appreciate their teachers, their eagerness to come back to school.
This is the Church on the Frontline with Bishop Alwyn De Silva.
My dear friends, welcome to another episode of Church on the Frontlines. On the 15th of November is the Day of the Poor. Pope Francis invites us to stretch forth our hands to the poor. He tells us that we have to gaze on the poor person in order to overcome our barriers. And by stretching forth our hands, we encounter Jesus. Today, we see how the sisters in our archdiocese have stretched forth their hand to the poor.
After the lockdown, we were totally disturbed, feeling sad, feeling bad. What could we do for our children? It was our great concern for our community to know whether our children, our teachers, our parents were safe. For a few days, we could not move out. We took courage and we said, let's begin to think differently. I started going to school, getting the contacts of the parents so we could find out where our children were. How many children were out of Bombay? Were they safe at home?
Once we became aware that the migrants, had to leave and to go back, and we listened to their cries as they left on the journey back home, several of them. Those that we knew from Orissa and from Jharkhand, we tried to contact our sisters in that area to tell them to reach out to people who would be coming either by train or by the buses. And we heard that several of them met our sisters when they arrived their hometowns and were given help and shelter till they could make their journey home to the village.
Our great concern for our poor children. During the lockdown, they were not able to have a proper meal. We found ways of helping them to come to our school, collect food stuff that we could give them.
So we were approached about the program wanting to share food for the hungry by setting up fridges. And so when I accepted it, they were glad to come and set up this fridge here. And from the day we started it till date, the fridge has never been empty. A lot of people come around and put in food into the fridge. And there are constantly hungry people. Right from 6 o'clock in the morning to 11 in the night, there are people dropping in either to put in food or to take food from the fridge.
During this lockdown, it was a time of pain. There were many children, parents who were sick. Some of them have lost their dear one. Immediately, I was able to help them to get their death certificate. I was able to get in touch with our teachers to find out how many children are able to come to online lessons even though they have not paid the school fees. School fees was not a hindrance for their studies. Every child was given the opportunity to continue with their online lessons. I had a lot of difficulties because parents had not paid the fees even of the last years, even previous years. But understanding the situation at this time, at the lockdown, we had an interaction with the parents. We gave them enough of time. We told them they could pay the fees in installment gradually as and when they could pay. Our children had to buy their books. Some of them, parents have lost their jobs. We gave them free books. some of them, we have even exempted them from their school fees. But the problem remains that I was not able to pay the salaries of our teachers. It was my great concern. Slowly, I could manage to pay the salary of every staff member.
और लॉकडाउन के टाइम पे भी हम लोग को किसी को भी सैलरी का प्रॉब्लम नहीं हुआ। टाइम टू टाइम उनको प्रॉब्लम था, फीस नहीं भर रहे पेरेंट्स लोग, तो भी हम लोग को टाइम टू टाइम सैलरी मिला, कुछ कट भी नहीं हुआ।
I have a good staff who is always there to help me. Teachers, for their online lessons, it was very difficult. They themselves had to learn, even I had to go for a training.
So in our school we have live classes, just 30-minute duration every day, and it's really helped the children. They are enjoying their classes. Our classes are very interactive. We have one day a fun activity day. So the kids are having loads of fun. They love their teacher. We take them on a tour around the school, show them different things. They are so excited about coming back and seeing their school again. The teachers who cannot do their live classes from home, we have given them the option to come to school and use the school infrastructure in terms of the smart boards, the internet connections.
Teachers had a good rapport with the parents and the children, and thanks to our teachers, every child is online.
We are given the instructions for our employees. All those who come to us, they have to sanitize first. One of our peons, he will see their temperature. Then they will enter in the office or in the school premises. There are people who are coming to ask for the water. Even our watchman at the gate is given the instruction and help all those who come at the gate.
We have a social worker who goes reaching out to the child who is in need, along with the child, even the parents. Looking at this lockdown time, I also had an opportunity of finding ways how we can reach out to our migrants.
And we discovered that many of them do not have skills. And so we arranged for a skill training program of 10 days, which would help them to learn the basics in painting. We have 15 of them who have qualified and have been learning how to paint on different surfaces.
There were times where parents were coming to us with problems, not just problems of their finance, but their own personal problems in their married life. We could talk to them and help them with a resource person, may it be online or maybe physically coming to our school. Come join the church on the front.
Come, join the church on the front line.
Come join the church on front line.
Come join the church on the front line.
Come join the church on the front line.
This is the Church on the Front Line with Bishop Alwyn De Silva.